What if the ancients knew something we've completely forgotten? I'm not just talking about how to build pyramids, but how to command the very elements of the earth itself. We're about to dive into a story that asks exactly that. This quote, this is the whole idea right here. It's the key. The story suggests that history isn't just something you read in a book. It's alive. It's a memory, literally stored inside the stones of our world, just waiting for someone to find the key. You know how every great adventure starts, right? With a single thread you can't resist pulling. Well, in this story, it's a map. A map that technically shouldn't even exist, and it points to a temple that's only ever been whispered about in forbidden texts. And at the center of it all, a secret so big it could completely shatter our understanding of the ancient world. We're talking about a kind of technology that just, well, it defies everything we know about science, and it's been hidden for thousands of years. So, what is the secret? Get this. Imagine a substance, a green liquid, that can make solid rock as soft as wax. Something you could literally mold with your bare hands before it hardens back into stone. And this isn't some fantasy magic. The story treats it as a lost, forgotten science. Okay, so a secret like that, who on earth would be crazy enough to go chasing it? Well, uncovering something this big, yeah, it takes a very, very specific kind of hero. So let's meet him. Caesar Maple. And believe me, he is not your typical dusty academic. He's a decorated RAF pilot, a guy who learned to trust the horizon over his own compass. A fencer, a scout. His instincts were forged in the cockpit, not a library. He's obsessed with cracking ancient codes, and he's totally haunted by the ghost of Colonel Fawcett. You know, the guy who walked into the Amazon looking for a lost city and just vanished. And his journey, oh man, the sheer scale of it is just epic. It doesn't start in some ruin. Nope. It kicks off in a smoky gentleman's club in London with a summons from a very shadowy group. From there, it's a globe-trotting race, across oceans, through the Panama Canal, and straight into the heart of the South American jungle. But here's the thing. The journey isn't just about covering miles. The real mystery, the one that blows your mind, isn't in one place. It's a code, a pattern that stretches across the entire globe. And this is the question that changes everything. What in the world connects the Great Pyramids of Giza to ancient ruins in Peru? How could these cultures, supposedly completely separate, build these impossibly precise structures, like they were all working off the same cosmic blueprint? The answer is stunning. They call it the ancient equator. And just look at this. It's a perfect circle that wraps around the Earth, connecting all these ancient sacred sites. Giza, Ollantaytambo, Easter Island, 0 miles off the line. 0. I mean, come on. The story says this isn't a coincidence. It's proof. Proof of a forgotten global civilization that knew our planet better than we do. But of course, Caesar and his crew aren't the only ones who have figured this out. They're in a race. A desperate, deadly race where the stakes could not possibly be higher. So you've got two sides. On one, you have our explorers. They're looking for knowledge. They want to understand the past. But on the other, you have this secret organization. They don't care about history. They want control. They want to weaponize the past to own the future. And that's their whole philosophy right there. They believe this kind of knowledge is a tool for control, and that they are the only ones who should be allowed to use it. They are absolutely ruthless. They're everywhere, and they're always just one step behind. Or maybe one step ahead. You never see them coming. All you might catch is a signet ring impression in wax or a glimpse of a cufflink in the dark. They are known only as the Glove, a secret society that's been pulling the strings of history for centuries. And now they want the ultimate prize. And that's where this warning from Lady Penelope Ashbury comes in. She's a brilliant scholar, kind of Caesar's counterpart in all this. She knows the Glove doesn't just want old relics. They want the people who find them. They'll offer you the world, but it's always a trap, designed to make you their pawn. So to win this race, it's not enough to find the temple. Both sides need the final key. They need the lost recipe, the actual formula that commands stone. And bit by bit, through old texts and with the help of local guardians, the pieces come together. A rare shrub called jacha, volcanic ash, some other mountain herbs, and the secret ingredient, a catalyst they call forest milk. But it's more than just a list of ingredients.
The real magic is in the timing, the order, and having the patience to let the earth do its thing.
All of this builds to an insane climax, deep inside the Andes. They're in this hidden chamber where they finally put the formula to the test, in a place where you can feel the walls themselves just humming with ancient energy, like they're just waiting to wake up. But finding the secret, unlocking the temple, that's not the end of the story. Not even close. In fact, what they find only opens up an even bigger, more profound question. Just as Caesar writes in his journal, what they discovered in Peru is only one piece of the puzzle. The secret of the Inca's stones. It's tied to the secret of the pharaoh stones in Egypt. That ancient equator, that line on the map. It's calling them to keep going. And that, right there, is the journey at the heart of the lost secret of Inca's stones. It pulls you into a world where legend and science aren't enemies. They're just two sides of the same incredible, forgotten truth. A world that reminds us that maybe the greatest mysteries aren't out there in the stars, but right here, buried under our feet, just waiting for us to remember how to listen.